Hello and welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AWOL, and today we're going to try working on this pattern here. This is pattern 1207 over on friendshipbracelets.net. Let me just grab a little sample of it, bring it over here, paste it in layer transform. We're going to rotate it clockwise. And then we are going to make it bigger. That looks fine. And now we're going to move it off to the side, but sort of up here a bit. And we will anchor it as a floating, no longer a floating layer, just a separate layer. And we'll try to put it together. So we'll start with this red in the center here, followed by the black going around it. And then outside of that is red, but it doesn't quite go all the way to the center. It comes out like that. And then the black one comes out. Looks like it's all the way. We had a black diamond in the center. So yeah, it comes out all the way because it's coming around that bit there. And then this one goes up. So I'm gonna call it right now. I predict that this is a pattern that is suitable for multiple colors, and that somebody reduced it down to 2 just to have the pattern up on the website. But that in reality, this is 12 strings, so there's a good possibility it could be a 6-color bracelet. That's going to be my guess. So let's take a look here. If this red travels this way, right? Because it's going to bounce off that black one. And now it was a small square. Now it's a bigger square. The question is, oh no, it's going to go. Yeah, so it's going to go to a bigger square yet. Right? Let's see what this does. It doesn't go all the way to the middle. It comes out now at that point. Yeah, like I said, I think it continues on and like ends up somewhere else. So like if we change up and put in more colors into this, they'll all play their own little separate roles or whatever. I don't know if we could get it to go through an entire rainbow. See, this little square would come out, go to this square, and then this one comes out. And then out this way. So I think it's a possibility. We're going to have some fun doing it with 2 colors. I've already got the strings pulled. I knew I was doing a 2-color bracelet. So I have a black and plum. I don't know. I didn't make up the name for it. It's plum. I looked it up. It's like a really pinkish purple. It's really cool. I thought that'd be a fun combination. So this red one, that would have gone out further. So this would have been red. This would have been black. Right. Slightly complicated. Oops. Hit the edge there. But that's our path. We went from the smallest box in here to a slightly bigger one, bigger, and then to the outside. So like this next red here could have been a whole different color. So that's what I was saying. Like it seems to me that we don't have to make this in a 2-color thing. I'm not sure about what like order to put the colors in to get like the most out of it. Wow. So I didn't quite expect that path at all. But yeah. So this is all the way on the outside, then comes out a bit. Is this one just gonna stay on the outside? No, right? Is it? Let's back that up a little bit. Let's do some of these other paths. I guess this will tell us how it gets there. So how does... Wow. Yes, this makes sense. There's so many zigzags in this particular design. I guess some of it I just didn't anticipate. So will it do all 6 colors? Kinda, maybe. But not very easily. It didn't. Like one of these colors is not getting used as much. So even though this is like a 2-color thing that we're doing, one of the strings is not going to get used as much as some of the other ones. It's interesting. I give it that. It's It's a fun, sort of interesting pattern. I'm not sure what the easiest way of colorizing it is going to be, because I feel like we're not going to have like the guide per se to do it. I wonder if I like just use this as the template, if that would make more sense. Because that's a real possibility. Like I could seriously see that. The big question would be, is the gray that we chose to represent the black, is that enough of a different color that when we go to color in and change it, that it's not going to get weird? All right, so I filled in everything on the right hand side. I can hide our little example thing. And now I'm going to use the select tool to select this whole top corner, copy paste, get our flip tool, and flip that to the other side. So now it's like we filled in everything on the whole top half. Now we go up here, we anchor that layer and we merge it down because we want it all to be one layer. So when we select, it will get both sides. Okay, copy paste, again with the flip tool. And it changes when it goes over these lines. You'll see like it's either left, right, or up and down, depending on the guidelines. Okay, so back to layer, we anchor it and we merge it down to make it one image. And there's our bracelet. I think it's going to be interesting in the sense that it is sort of pointing at the center, even though it looks like it's just an alternating thing. There is an element of it pointing inwards on itself, which, as we discovered earlier, that's something that's kind of neat. But I think the fun will be in trying it again with more colors. So that's something for another day, though. Before I go, quick shout out to my YouTube members for making this stuff possible. Honestly, I don't think I would still have the channel if not for their support. So thank you guys so much for all your inspiration. And yeah, we'll be back with a bracelet like this. We'll see how difficult it is. Like I said, a lot of zigzags, a lot of nuancy things, places where it can be real easy to make a mistake. So hopefully we don't have too much trouble. All right, guys, thanks for watching. And as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.